Welcome to the August 7th, 2025 meeting of the Town of Concord Historical Commission. We are conducting this meeting online in accordance with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. The public may access this call through both telephone and video conferencing. How they do, Alan? Beautiful. So first on the agenda, follow up from the Wright Tavern.
I think you need to do roll call.
Roll call.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. I'm losing it. So roll call. Doug Ellis present. Lauren
Meyer present. Newly sworn in.
Well, congratulations. Melissa Scofield present.
Nancy Pacelli present.
Nancy
Nelson present and not yet re-sworn in, but soon.
Okay, very good. All right, now we can jump into the agenda.
There we go.
So Anne, how would you, what do we need to do from the follow-up perspective procedurally? We've done the site visit. I think our questions were answered. So what's procedurally what we need to do?
Right. So, yeah, actually everyone was there this morning, right?
Yeah.
But you might just want to just review what happened this morning, any questions, and then I guess next steps. And of course, make a decision as to what you would like to do as to whether it's approved or not, or if there are any conditions on this, phase 2 work.
Okay, so let's open that up for discussion. Conditions, are there any conditions that anybody would like to put out there? Colors, I think we talked about colors or materials.
Yeah.
Anything specific?
All I would just say that I believe that Alice took note of the number of things that Anne requested to make sure that we were notified or the documentation would be in place. That's critical to all the whole process needs to be documented and we need to receive that. So I know Alice, I watched you take a lot of notes, so I presume that's.
Yeah, me too. And one big question was the colors for the new refreshment center.
And I'm sorry, I did see there was a late arriving email from you, Jeff.
Yes.
Right. So maybe that did have the updated drawings. Do you have those yourself, or would you like me to share them?
I do, and I'm happy to share my screen and kind of walk folks through it. I was just waiting for the chair to acknowledge me and address the rest of the board members.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. The floor is yours, Jeff.
Okay, thank you. I will share my screen, and do I need permission from you to do so? We'll give it a try.
No, I think you should be able to.
Okay. Okay, is everyone now seeing the image of?
Yep.
Okay, so per our meeting this morning, we had talked about two potential options for colors without being specific about the color, but we're showing two renderings here. One is the lighter version of the paint, and the other thing we had discussed was that the countertop and the cage portion, including its style and rails, would be of a natural wood and the balance would be painted. So this first option, and there's multiple views, we'll show you is the lighter option, and then we can show you the darker, more saturated color that matches the color that is in the space that is the proposed refreshment center. Those were the two options we discussed this morning. So here's kind of a bird's eye looking at that. The next view of that is kind of a straight on shot on that quarter that links the Wright Tavern to the L.
The image
A little bigger.
So,
yeah, I guess
that screen
larger because it's really small on the screen. Sort of.
Does that help?
Screen opens out into the hall.
Correct.
Okay.
And what you can see here now is we've kind of have that transparency back to the fireplace here. The flanking walls would pick up on the same color as the walls here, but the trim of the fireplace as well as the beams would be that darker green. And then what you're seeing here is that lighter color that we've been talking about as option 1. And then I guess this is just enough so I can advance. It's not liking that. Let me see if I can pull this one down. Here we go. This is kind of an eye level looking toward the L and toward the T room to give you a little bit more perspective of that lighter color. The alternate version is the darker color, which would match the colors that are in that room 103 now.
Excuse me, can I have a quick question? I thought you
Sure.
said green. I recall it was blue. Wasn't it blue?
It's called Duxbury Gray.
Which is a blue-gray.
Correct.
But not green.
Yeah.
Not green. I call it green. That's what my eye sees. I
Looks better
apologize.
green.
Well, that's
looks
that's
green.
what that looks like. Okay, just
Yeah.
okay.
And you know what? These are not true color renditions,
Right.
color correct. They're really representational.
Yep.
And then here again is that's again straight on shot looking through the proposed cage bar back to the common wall with the tea room.
Hmm.
And then our kind of eye level view looking back toward the L and also toward the tea room. And what we were proposing is that we would, unless you guys have a strong preference for which one, because I think, and Tom Wilson can correct me if I'm wrong, if the board has a strong preference, I think we're happy to agree to that tonight. If not, we would be very amenable to tabling that and making it a condition that we come back before the board with our proposal for the final colors.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Option 2, there's that one panel that is that
Okay.
off-white. What can you explain? I don't remember what you said. Is that just to hide what's going on there, or what's the purpose of that panel rather than it being open?
So we have the wainscot here. This is actually the new gypboard wall that comes to this point here. This could also all be painted out the same color, but being that it was a flat wall surface, we thought it would take paint the same way the rest of the walls would.
Okay.
And why does it need to be there as opposed to being more open?
Yeah.
Because we have equipment there.
Ah,
Mm.
speaking of equipment, there's one piece of equipment I hope you'll be able to put somewhere else than directly in front of the fireplace.
Well, I thought that was the microwave or something.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It
we
is.
talked about that.
But it's very prominent.
Can you go back to your other schematic? Does your other schematic show that?
Yeah.
The more bird's eye?
Oh, in this view here, I also have the previous version, I think, that showed some of our equipment.
No, that's
The
not it.
previous slide, before that.
This one.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is not a fixed piece of equipment. That is just a table set piece of equipment, and we do have to have it at that work surface height.
But can you move it?
I can move it left or right, but there's really nowhere else I
yeah,
can move it.
okay. So is there an option yet to move it to the right?
Yeah, just a preference from the board to
No,
slide it
the
over to this
wall,
side?
To the wall, away from the central fireplace.
I guess
Oh,
it's too
yeah.
wide, right, to fit to the right in that space?
No,
So-
not the toaster oven or whatever it is.
So
That's
you're
not,
you're requesting this whole tabletop maybe move to this location?
just that, just,
Just this piece of
Whatever it is.
equipment?
Yeah.
Oh,
We would have to review that with our kitchen consultant.
yeah. You know, it's a direct view to the fireplace area and it's like right there.
But even if they moved it, you still wouldn't be able to see the fireplace.
No, but it wouldn't be in your direct line of sight interrupting the blue cabinetry above.
I don't know. I mean,
That's all. And if it's easy, I think it'd be better if it was off to the right or the left.
I don't know. I mean, it is a refreshment center. That's where they're prepping food.
But if it doesn't make any difference for the prepping, if it's right or left, then I think it should go out of the direct line of sight. That's all I'm asking. Could it do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I can't answer that question without reviewing that with our consultant.
Okay.
It's something I'm not knowledgeable enough on to commit to.
Wait.
Okay.
Sorry, can I
enough.
chime in?
Yes.
Okay, so that oven, microwave oven, those pieces are all, you can unplug it and plug it in. We could probably put an extension cord to it. So yes, the table that is in front of the fireplace, that can also be shifted left or right. So
Yeah, okay.
those items can be moved over to the right wall.
Gotcha. Okay.
I am going to
Okay.
caution, we need to review with the kitchen consultant whether or not these devices can utilize an extension cord in order to do that. I don't know that that's
Yeah.
permitted.
Yeah,
So again, I'm going to pause and say, we'll review that and take that under advisement.
okay.
This is Lauren. Can I just chime in here? I think that theoretically, what we should be reviewing are the architectural changes. This is freestanding equipment. And so it's,
Yeah.
I think it's a little different issue. But I do wonder if could the table be even, whatever that is, 18 inches, 24 inches longer, to just slide that piece over. So it's not blocking the window, but it is in front of the wall. But I hear you that it needs to be, it's a code issue related to distance from the outlet, probably.
Hmm.
Isn't it mostly height?
So that's for the work surface, right? Again, it's ergonomics. We can't have people bending over to operate
No.
these.
Right.
So again, that's a code height, and then the piece of equipment's designed with all of its operational buttons at ergonomic level for somebody operating that.
Yep. Got it.
That was my question, was that the width of that, I bet it's wider than the space on the right next to the fireplace, right? So otherwise, you
without
put it there,
actually
right?
dimensioning this and measuring that, it's a really good question, and I don't know the answer to that.
Because I think otherwise maybe you would have put it there because that would be the logical place, but
Yeah.
Yeah, originally that was being reserved for that dumbwaiter that we could not fit in there. So
Oh,
I don't know that we've fully vetted that location or not. So if the board would like us to take a look at that, we're happy to take a look at it. And it would be great if we could make that a condition that we would review that and come back and follow up with the board as to what we learn.
I would like that.
I would like that.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be interesting to know what the use that space is. It's a good chunk of space.
Yeah, it is over to the right, you mean?
Yeah.
So there is a
over-
planned piece of furniture here that potentially folds out for glassware and other storage. So again, we'll take a look at it in plan view to make sure we have the circulation required for actually operating in that space. And we'll rely on our kitchen consultant to advise us.
That'd be great, because now it's kind of the feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to make that comment with all the schematic drawings you've shown us and in both colors, it looks so stark because there's nothing on the walls in the hallway, or there's not all the glassware and other things that are going to fill that space that are going to give it more warmth.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
These really are very generic to try to demonstrate our intent and to show the primary architecture that's here.
Mm.
So can I go back to the color? You asked whether or not to table the color discussion tonight for a future. Can I
Yep.
just ask the light color, the other alternative that you have, is that the same color that you're proposing? This is the same color that's already on the walls now? Is that what this is?
Or the woodwork.
So Alice, maybe you can confirm what color was used here. Is this the trim color that's in one of the other rooms, or is this the wall color?
This is the wall color in the corridor. This is that Montanari white, HC, I think 27.
So it would be consistent with what you see right now.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think I was the one that raised the idea about it being the darker color that's in the trim in the room,
Yep.
Mhm.
and I changed my mind.
You like the white, the off-white now?
I think whatever the architect seemed to propose is good.
Yeah,
My question would be, should it be the trim color or what the wide panels are in the corridor coming in? Is
Yeah.
it the same as those wide panels on the right-hand side here on the other side of the wall?
Mhm.
They're very wide boards and
Yeah.
they're painted maybe the trim color?
Are we talking about the original wainscoting boards that were on?
Yeah, in that entry hall.
Yeah, and one of you and Nancy, it might have been you, made a comment on the site walk about might we incorporate that here? And I reflected on that myself and thought about it during the course of the day. And I'm going to go back to I can't remember whose comment it was, but somebody else had challenged us on being too literal in our
That was
interpretation.
me, yeah.
And,
Wait
and
a
I,
minute, being
yeah,
too
Lauren,
what?
I think it was.
Yeah.
And so I would worry that bringing that wainscoting into this would muddy that back toward that again, where this is distinct and different, and it lets that wainscoting, the true wide board wainscoting, maintain its hierarchy in that space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
I
couldn't
do too.
it
I
be,
thought-
couldn't it be simpler? I mean, this is kind of beveled cabinetry, right?
It basically, most of this is casework. Basically, from here around is all casework. This would be a true wainscot panel, and we would utilize the door here to match that paneling so that there's some integrity of that panel design
But
throughout
that's
that
all,
wall.
but that's all beveled stuff, right?
It is.
And
We contemplated a shaker, and we thought that was, again, too dramatic of a change, where here we're kind of reflecting the same kind of carpentry and profiles, but we're painting them. So again, open to conversation about that.
reflecting what? Reflecting what?
In that tap room, if you look at all the paneling that is in that room, it is all a bevel raised panel. And the stile and rails all have, I think it might be a quarter bead or a very simple OG. And
Yeah.
that was the intent, was to be consistent with that paneling detail.
That room on the inside,
Correct.
as opposed to the hallways on the outside.
The hallways on the outside really have no paneling, right? They
Except
are,
for those
door.
wide, except
except for the wide board, correct.
But isn't it, to me, one thing you're distinguishing, this is a new, obviously new space that you've designed as a refreshment center. The walls across the way, which is a wide board, is historic. And if I've learned right from Lauren and Nancy that you don't want to recreate the historic. You want to allow it its own integrity, so you wouldn't replicate that.
Interestingly, I don't think anybody would think that tap room is anything but new. No matter what kind, no matter what kind of.
But I'm talking about a
emphasis
refreshment
on-
center. The refreshment
No,
center.
I'm talking about the refreshment center. So I'm saying, I don't think anybody would think the refreshment center was anything but new. Even with bevel doors and OGs and whatnot, or flat boards. I don't think anybody would confuse it. Anyway, whatever. Not a major problem.
I don't care. But I would vote for the cream, Monterey white, if you want to vote.
Yeah, no, I've changed my
Todd.
mind. I like that because it's more consistent with the corridors and the hallways of the rest of the ground floor.
I want to go back to the panel that's plain and doesn't have that carpentry work with the bevels. Is there a reason why you don't have
Any-
panel on that?
Yeah. Shouldn't it have something? It looks
Looks like a bulletin board.
yeah.
Here,
Yeah, is that where the daily specials are going to be advertised?
so actually the Dutch door will fold against that, but it really will be a painted wall section, much like this painted wall here above the wainscot between the windows.
I think the context of the rest of the room, it will look fine. We're just looking at it in isolation where everything else has wainscoting.
Yeah, and also we're seeing it with lines that, you know, that really accentuate the detail.
Correct.
And I think it's important that it read as a wall and not as the casework.
Mm,
So
I think it's
I,
fine.
okay.
Well, there's no trim around it, that's for sure.
And you'll undoubtedly hang something there, right? I mean,
Probably
Mhm.
art or something.
It's also a place where the door will open against the
mm,
Ah, yes.
so it'll swing open and probably
Right.
will have that door open most of the time when the
oh,
bar is
good
open.
point.
Good
And
point.
so it'll have some decorative feel. I've been thinking about, you know, what to do with that space as well, you know. But that was the reason I think it was plain, because it'll be basically the backdrop of the open door.
And hiding stuff on the inside, right?
Right.
Okay. So are we so it sounds like we're in agreement on the color? Do we need to make that a condition that's the color?
We'll show it to you. I mean, we're quite a while.
Yeah,
before
we're a while
we get to
from
point,
that.
and you know, we'll have opportunities to invite you all over to say, this is what we're doing, and you know, we can look at it, but you know,
Right.
whatever the
But
commission.
I'm
wants
just
to do.
saying, if you've got an opportunity to make a decision and move on, so you don't have to bring
Yeah.
it up again, then let's, you know, make your life a little easier.
That's great.
And so architecture, so do we need to talk about this anymore?
Can I ask one question? Is there any reason it has to have all that upper level stuff as opposed to just an open counter space?
So
Which
our only thought on that was, this is also open during periods when the tavern is not in operation.
Oh,
And so considering alcohol and other things there, really is a measure for security.
oh,
And you've got tenants in here as well.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Should I stop sharing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about that. I think that was probably kind of the only real outstanding question that we had. Were there any other outstanding architectural questions that have come up amongst any of the commissioners in the meantime?
Mm-mm.
No?
Storage is going to be interesting, but I have no
Yeah.
suggestions.
Oh, I think just storage, I think just, you know, operating and moving around in there, it's gonna be tight, but you know, that's
You gotta
not a historical
basement.
problem.
The requirement for staff will be good knees,
Mhm.
so they can go up and down
Right.
the stairs, right? 60 times a night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
or they'll get strong knees as they
Yeah.
go.
So do we need a motion?
I think a
To-
motion would be great. Would you like to make a motion, Lauren?
Sure. I'll make a motion to approve the
Phase 2?
phase 2 design proposal for the Wright Tavern.
I s-
Second.
Okay, we have 2 seconds. All in favor?
We have to take, don't we have to take roll
We do,
call?
we do, we do, we do.
Okay.
Lauren,
Yes.
Melissa,
Aye.
Nancy Frisella Lee,
Yes.
Nancy Nelson,
Aye.
and I as well. So you have unanimous approval.
Thank you.
very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And well
very
done.
much.
You guys have you've really done a fabulous job.
What an exciting project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you put up with us, so that's, that's that's good.
You're keeping us on our toes.
Yeah.
That was
A
even before
long-term
you got
relationship.
here.
Oh, hey, you don't know what Tom has had to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I want to talk to
Alan
you about
knows.
soup. Did
Soup.
you hear
about
about that?
soup?
Yeah, because I'm thinking when we were talking about your menu in England, there's a little pub and they serve brown soup. And when you go in there and they've served it for, I don't know, decades. And when you go in, they have a little card and it has the colors of the soup. And so you don't know what the color is going to be that day. And they just call it brown soup. And
Oh,
everybody goes there for the soup. And I was thinking that would be a simple thing. And you could it could be like the beer. You want to have a special
Yeah.
beer. You need sort of a thing that people know. They're going to come for your brown soup.
Yeah, or green soup or orange soup or yellow soup.
That's
a great
funny.
idea.
Oh, that's funny.
Low preparation, same recipe, and just
No.
the
Different color.
gradation of brown.
What could possibly go wrong with that formula?
Right.
Can I just say, just as Tom,
Yes,
just as a point of reference, in a place where you're serving food, the Board of Health will not allow extension cords ever.
Hmm.
Got it.
right,
Right. That's a no-no.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know if that affects your design or not, but
And Alan would know that.
right.
Yes, yes, you would.
Yeah.
No, we want to have, for a lot of reasons, Alan, you're right on it, is to have direct, no extension cords, just, so it means thinking through the placement of exactly where the appliances are going to be and line that up with our electrical plan.
Right.
And, my 2 cents on that is, it's not ideal to have it blocking the, that, beautiful fireplace.
Right.
However, it's not an architectural
Right.
change.
Right.
It's really a piece of furniture.
It's not a permanently affixed cooking.
Yeah. So I do
utensil.
think it's a bit of a different issue.
Right.
Well, we'll figure it out.
However, I think it's important for the view.
Yeah. And that's one of the things we have to think about. It's both the how it's used as well as what it looks like. Because you want, right on, Nancy, you really want that to showcase, I think, that fireplace and the paneliness above it. I think that's
Yeah,
beautiful
it's so
fireplace.
beautiful.
And
Yeah, it really is.
we want to
Uh-oh, we're losing you.
Sing you, Tom.
from anything. Well, but that's those things we're gonna, take it down a level and
Whatever you said, that was great.
yeah, right. I'm having a little, for some reason, I'm getting some internet problems, so who knows why.
Yeah, I just got kicked off too.
Uh-oh. Better hurry.
It just
Yeah.
can be flaky from time to time, so it's just the way it is.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Well,
thank you.
You all
Thank you
very
for
much, and we will keep you posted, in terms of how things are going. I sent to Anne, by the way, today, both that little slide deck that talks about the thing, and I'm using that sort of for fundraising. So any of you who would like to talk to me more
Contribute.
seriously about fundraising, about some of the support you may want to make, just
Yeah.
saying.
All right.
And the second thing is I sent her a copy of for distribution of that paint analysis that we did on the
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so if you didn't have it, I want to make sure y'all have it. I would love to do one on the inside as well at some point. So it's all about find some grants that'll help us do that. So we got a lot of things to do, and it's a cornucopia of small projects and large projects.
Well, congratulations. It's great to see this coming along.
Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you so much. And thanks to Jeff and Alice, because they have just been fabulous to work with. Highest praise for those two in particular, DSK in general. It's been a We got a lot to do. We're not
we got a lot to
doing, but this is sort of a good midway point, if you will, in terms of things we're doing. So thank you again.
All right.
very much.
Yeah, thank you for all of you for your time this morning as well as tonight, and all of your feedback, all appreciated.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Great project.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Okay, moving on to our next agenda item, which I assume is why you're here, Alan. 1606 Main Street
Yes.
demolition.
Mhm.
Yeah, I noticed this in the Concord Bridge a week ago. There was a demolition notice in the paper. I don't recall ever having reviewed it for demolition. The house was built in 1950. And Alan called me separately on the topic, so I thought it would be worth at least putting on the agenda to talk about. So Alan, you can add what you know about it, and then maybe we can talk about what recourse or what the plan of action in cases like this where they don't apply or they don't go through the process.
Okay. Alan Bogosian, 1624 Main Street. No, I'm on the planning board. I'm speaking as an abutter to this project. So, and I just want to make some statistics here. I actually live in a Damon house, which is older than 50 years old as well. But what I wanted to bring up, and don't get me wrong, I love housing, and the more housing, the better. But where they're proposing this house, within 200 feet, there are 6 abutters. The average square footage of those abutting houses is about 1,686 square feet.
Wow.
That's 1,600. So what they're proposing and the lot sizes, and actually our house is one of the largest lot sizes, where it's a little shy of an acre. And so we have our 1,800 square foot house on about 40,000 square feet. But what they're proposing on, I think that lot size is approximately 30,000 square feet.
Wow.
Is a 2-family house that's going to total 6,716 square feet,
Oh, crap.
which
Wow.
is 4 times the size of the 6 abutters.
Wow.
Right. And most of us in West Concord, every time we drive to work in the morning, we look at what's been happening
At Main Street.
at Main Street.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
At Main Street, 1452 and 1442.
Yeah.
So we're still in sticker shock, not sticker shock, but we're in shock about what's happened over there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when this new house goes in without a review, you're going to have 5 houses next to a 7,000 square foot house.
So Alan and Doug and Anne, they can't tear this down without coming to us. They can't get a permit. How do they get a permit?
You're right, Melissa. So I asked Elizabeth Hughes about this, and she said that there's no like required sequencing of applications. They could go to the ZBA first and then go to the Historical Commission, or they could do it the opposite. Go to the Historical Commission for the demo review first and then the ZBA, but either way, they'll have to go through both boards. So they just happen to do it in the opposite direction than you probably would like.
But they go to the zoning board because it's a change in, because it's a 2-family. I mean, Alan, you know.
Yeah,
probably
they're going from a single family to a 2-family.
So is there any recourse? Do we have any?
And that could be part of the MBTA overlay.
Is it?
Wow.
I don't
Because-
think it's in the MBTA overlay area.
Because
I
we're
thought
half a mile from the station.
Yeah, but the way the zoning map that was approved at town meeting, isn't it mostly on the other,
I don't
we
know.
have to check that, but
Right. So I'm not all that familiar with it.
So I'm curious, oh, sorry. It sounds like on Conant Street, where they have built those enormous duplexes. That's what this sounds like. You know what I'm talking about, Alan?
Right, right.
Is it the same developer? I'm wondering?
These houses will be bigger than the ones on this house will be larger than the one on Conant Street.
Those are gigantic.
Right. Each side is 3,300 square
Oh my
feet.
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
700.
Each, right.
Bigger than the
And I
original
presume
home.
2-car garages for both. So 4 garages.
I would assume so. Right,
Wow.
right.
Well, and Nancy, you talk about the duplex that was created out of the single family home on the corner of Hubbard Street and Thoreau Street.
Yep.
Yes, the new one. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are substantial properties.
That was a nice, a really beautiful Victorian house.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, the one that now has granite posts and a
Yeah.
picket fence.
Yeah, and a crap
wow.
lawn. Well, so
So I just want to bring this up before the commission because this is going to be, we all know what's happening with that 1452, but this is going to be a major transformation of West Concord.
well,
What-
and it's right in line with the problem that we've identified with the historic preservation plan, which has to do with scale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And the idea that, new construction should fit the neighborhood context. I mean, I live because
Okay.
I basically live across the street from Allen.
yeah,
That's
So I'm, it's very close to me too. And I didn't see the notice, Alan, but I'm kind of reeling from the, few doors down,
Yeah.
the complete destruction that's
I know.
happening with that new housing developments going in, and we're just getting slammed. And my neighbors are all just hysterical because
Right.
they say, the traffic's just going to be terrible.
Yes. Yeah.
well, and I have a question because I've talked with you, when I first went on the commission, when we would have a hearing about a demolition, we were told we couldn't ask about what the future of the replacement, what was going to happen there. Our understanding is we only talk about just the house that we're looking at.
Right.
But you had suggested to me that no, that's not necessarily true, that preferably preserved as opposed to what? So is this an opportunity for us to stamp our little feet and say preferably preserved as opposed to something that we absolutely oppose? Hello, Ann?
Well, yes, like in Waltham, that's certainly what they would have done. We should probably check check to see how the bylaw is written and maybe even check in with town council.
Yeah.
But that many communities do consider what is going in its place.
Well, I think we should check with town council because, this would be very different from, I've now been on it, Nancy, you and I've been on what, 9 years, 8, 9 years? And
Yikes.
that's always our restraint. We couldn't ask. Sometimes they would tell us and then we'd know, but I just say, what is the point of the demolition delay if there's just no teeth. We can delay this a year. We could say no. But I'd like to be able to think that we've got a little bit more power behind us.
I mean, it is, I just did a quick Macros check on this address, and it is included in a kind of Westvale area form.
Yep. Yeah.
So, it certainly is in character with the neighborhood.
Mhm.
Yep.
It is.
And, we do have, at least it's in, listed in in Macros. So, I think we could use that to impose a delay.
A delay.
Yeah.
Back in the day, this section of Concord was called Damonville.
Damon Mill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with worker housing, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
And Westvale, both names, right?
yep, yep. I just.
I just wanted to bring it up to the,
Oh, no,
I'm
thank
glad
I'm
you.
you're
so glad
doing
you
it. Thank
did,
you.
Alan.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me, you know, supposedly that they have done traffic studies for Route 62 Main Street and find no problem. There's no problem. It's ridiculous. It's terrible.
right.
The only good thing is I've heard that the 40B project over here in Baker Avenue is kind of having heartburn and not getting too far. But the one near the Thoreau Club is moving right along.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mm.
And because I'm close to the Pulse in Lexington, a lot of Lexington has been put on moratorium.
Oh, interesting.
Right. They're kind of having a little remorse, you know, buyer's remorse at this point.
Hmm.
So they have a moratorium? Is that new?
On building
Yeah,
or
in the past couple of months. Yeah, in the past couple of months, they've right.
Is that
Just on the
official or an
MBTA thing.
unofficial? An
On the
official?
MBTA things. That's official. Yeah, it was voted on. Yeah.
Town meeting?
Yeah.
Whoa, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, but I just wanted to bring this up to everyone because I don't want to see West Concord be transformed into Cambridge.
yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
don't.
Right. Oh.
Concord.
Oh.
Yep.
what?
And that's how it happens.
Right. If anyone, you're more than welcome to come and walk in the back of my house and see the 6 abutters. Right.
Oh, so
Right.
what's your address again?
1624
Maine.
Maine. Right. Right in the corner of Old Stowe. And you can look and see, just walk in my backyard and see
Yeah,
how far back it will go. And the 4 houses on Damon Street, it will affect, and the 2 houses on Main Street, it will affect.
And Alan,
Yeah.
I'm looking at, also as we're talking, I'm looking at the map, the MBTA communities
Mhm.
map for Concord. And this is not
Okay.
in the half-mile radius.
Okay.
Good to
Good.
know.
So they can't use that as a requirement.
Looking that up, that's important to know.
Yep.
So what action can we take? Should we take?
well, right now they haven't come before us. They're gonna have to
We
come
haven't been
before
asked
us.
to do anything,
Well,
so.
Can
Can
we?
I-
do-
Can I say something? I think in a case like this, I mean, what we used to do, I mean, I think it would be incumbent on us to keep an ear out, or maybe Anne could help us with this, find out when this project is going through its review process, and have somebody from the Historical Commission, you know, there at a ZBA hearing or a planning board hearing to speak up, you know, on behalf of the Historical Commission, to say that, you know, we're working on a historic preservation plan. And one of the biggest issues, we feel that West Concord is under attack, and that one of our biggest issues is demolition and construction of housing that is out of scale with the neighborhood. Period.
I think we should put that in a letter so that it's a
I think that's a great idea.
letter.
Yeah. And maybe it's addressed to both the planning board and the zoning board of appeals.
Does anybody know right now when the next relevant meeting is?
The next planning board meeting is, I think, September 8th.
But does it, Alan, this wouldn't come before the planning board.
No.
No, it'd be the zoning board,
Right.
Board of Appeals.
Right, the ZBA, right.
Yeah.
And
So,
do we know when that is?
no, we would just have to kind of keep track of
No,
what.
but I can find out.
Yeah,
I can find out and let you know.
yeah, we could look it up too. Probably it's in September.
I'm looking.
Excellent.
The end is.
You've got 2 screens?
You can do 2 things at one time.
I can't rub my
So
I have multiple
stress.
screens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The joy of having a.
love that.
I can
Yeah.
make a small screen and a large screen.
I can't find the schedule.
Well, that's okay. What's the address again?
It's 1606 is the house that location we're talking about.
1606 Main.
They have they have a meeting on the 14th of August
in
is their
September
next
11th.
one,
That's
Well,
soon.
that's
That's
fast.
very soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
but it's not on the agenda, I can tell you.
Mm, okay.
Oh, wait, oh, yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's on the agenda, and there's a big list of documents.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Site plan, elevations, floor plan,
awesome.
public
Oh, that's-
comments that have come in.
Who's
Well,
the
I think we
developer?
ought to write something.
Who's the developer?
Let me just look. Narrative. I'll look up the narrative. It's vinyl sided,
Oh,
new two family. Just looking. Ugh. 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 Ugh.
what?
Their argument is two family are not uncommon. Oh, and they're Jiminy Christmas.
It's the 14th, right?
They're citing Mill Run and Riverwalk.
What?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Those buildings are like 1,500 square feet.
Right, or
They're
1,000 square
tiny.
feet, right, 1,200 square feet,
oh.
right.
That should be in the letter. Say that, it's not
It's not.
comparable.
It's
And Lauren, that Mill Run and Riverwalk are a prime example and a very good example of community living. This is not community living.
and the houses are sized
Good
Correct,
to
scale.
fit the
Yeah.
neighborhood. They're close together.
Smaller even.
right.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, Lauren, who's
That
the
should be-
developer?
Oh,
That
I'm
should be
trying
in
to find it. I'm trying to
Yeah.
find it. Application. Let me look at the application.
Well, I
Because they
have
may know.
McCoy, no, that's the owner, Cronin and
Jeffrey
Naughton.
Cronin, Joshua Naughton on
Right.
behalf of Philip McCoy. I
Right.
don't know them. That's new names.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know.
Building inspector signed the
And where are you, Lauren?
Joshua Naughton and Jeffrey Cronin. Yeah.
Right.
What side are you on?
I'm on the other side of the street.
So the
No,
same
No,
thing.
no. What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm
ZBA.
looking at the zoning board of appeals
CBA. It's CBA.
meeting documents for
Yeah.
August 14th.
Yeah, it's got everything in there.
Well, I'd
Next
be willing to
Thursday.
work with Doug on this. Doug,
Awesome.
if we want to write a letter,
Yeah, sure. Happy to.
Great.
The Mill Run and Riverwalk are an example of community living. This is an example of an oversized two-family house.
it's out of scale and inappropriate for the neighborhood.
Thursday, August. So I also would hope that, try to, all of us who can attend the meeting. It's a Zoom meeting, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Really tired of Zoom meetings. Sorry, guys.
I know, but that's what it is.
I know. Some advantages.
And there are people who've written comments. So they're posting comments. So
Who's the chair? Do you know, Ellen?
I don't. No, I don't. I can find out, but no, I don't know.
Well, maybe I can hear real quick.
Used to be Elizabeth, what's her name?
Acres More, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But she's gone, I think.
well, the comments are
It-
not very helpful.
I don't know any of the people. It's Theo Kindermans is the chair. The vice chair is Ravi Faya. Elizabeth Leonard and Stephen Newbold.
Mm-mm.
I don't know any of them.
Oh, I think they need our help. Maybe. That's what I think.
August 14th, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
Oh, it's distressing. Yeah, right. I mean, working
You
on this
have our attention.
preservation thing, it's all about, honestly, it's all about zoning. If we could change the zoning and limit the ability for these people to build a house within an inch of their lot line, like
Right.
they've done at Southfield Meadow across from the Crosbys. Those
Mhm.
houses, there's no backyard, there's no side yard, there's no front yard. There's just house.
And this is what I learned. This is why you're seeing a lot of these new contemporary flat roofed houses with no overhang, because it increases the square footage of your house, having a
Oh,
flat
sure
roof.
it does. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a little more efficient.
Right, because more traditional houses have overhangs on the side.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
with a flat roof, you can have more space.
I don't get it. And
Oh, yeah,
they're not having more children,
No.
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
August
I
14th.
smelled like trouble when I saw it in the paper.
Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Doug.
We would have talked about it anyway, but you have more insight.
Well, that's
into it.
next week, actually. You
Yeah.
know what?
It is next week. So we
Next
need to,
Thursday. Yeah, next
Lauren, you and I
Thursday.
need to
In
hop on it.
Yeah.
Already.
I think it can be kind of short and sweet.
Yeah.
And just to alert them that, we stand in opposition to the project for the, for all the,
Yeah.
And it's nowhere near what Dan Gainsborough has done.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And it's really,
Well-
really distressing to see that used as a relative
Right.
example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thanks, Alan.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have draft operating procedures. And was that in the meeting materials? I don't think I saw what I had sent out, the draft that I had put together.
Sorry, was I supposed to?
Oh, that's
I
fine.
missed
That-
that. I
that-
thought
that's
I
fine.
thought this is just an initial discussion. but
Okay,
did
all
you
right.
want me to
No,
just read that? I'm
okay,
sorry.
that's perfectly fine. We don't need to. It was going to be anyway. But the kind of the crux of it is back in June, I believe it was, we talked about other committees, commissions have some pretty well documented procedures.
Yep.
And we don't, and we should. So I just took a real quick crack at doing that, just to have some things up for discussion. But let me see if I can pull it up right now. And again, it was meant to be really just a quick draft. And I think I know Nancy Priscilla Lee has looked at it. I know Anne has it. Just as something to look at. And do I see it easily? Yeah, here we go. Okay, I can share my screen. Now, again, this was just, oh, I didn't do it. Share. Here we go. Misspellings and all. This was really just meant to start, talk about what we are, their authority and mission. And this is just straight up leave off our website. We can change the membership of who it is. We talk about what the commission is composed of, what the requirements are. We had talked, we should, like other commissions, have a chair, vice chair, and secretary or clerk. This is consistent with other. Now, I don't know if anybody would be willing to volunteer for these roles, but that's, I think, something that we should have. If we don't, then maybe just vacant until we have them. And then a procedure for nomination for the chair. And this is just to put some order to the process, so it's predictable, so there's no surprises. Everybody knows how it works. Nominees may self-nominate or be nominated by another commissioner. Nominees must indicate whether they accept. And I believe I've seen these with other organizations. And then 1-year term, when our meetings meet, and I know ours is kind of sort of second Thursday, but kind of sort of not always. It's kind of, it
Usually.
kind of changes a lot. And then a deadline for submission,
Is it?
which I think is helpful. And I think others even spell it out even more specifically. And I think the HDC is even farther out, and I think it's, you know, it's like almost a month in advance, if I'm correct.
Right. So
So,
with the
and I just
HDC
wanted to throw this out for conversation. We can send it out with the minutes just for further discussion. We can see what other towns do. We can see what other committees within Concord do that we might want to adopt. But it's worth having the conversation.
I think it would be great. I think this was great, Doug. Thank you so much for working on this, and for Nancy for reviewing it. One thought I have is to kind of reiterate that, you know, what the role of the chair is, in terms of kind of a facilitator, right? As opposed to kind of, well, I don't know, works to achieve consensus and so forth, as opposed to kind of, I don't know how to say what the con would be, but it's not a person who's kind of self-promoting, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm not suggesting that of anybody. It's just that I think it's really good to note that the role of the chair is to be a facilitator.
Yeah, presides meetings, sets agendas, you know, represents the commission at public events.
Yeah.
You know, there it reminds me that I think there's a committee handbook, but whatever we are given when we first come on a committee, there is a fair amount of information in there about the role of the chair.
Yeah, I have that in front of me, and it's very short, but
well, I don't know. I thought as you read through it, but I have talked with Kari Tari about stuff over the last few years. The chair really is very important. It could be, I mean, as apropos kind of what Lauren's talking about, could be very powerful if they don't work with the other committee members in, like, for example, setting the agenda, because that's key, because that's what gets topics presented at meetings, in addition to just the demo hearings. And I actually have something from a few years ago, another former chair, and I'll send this to you, Doug, that kind of outlines a format for holding hearings, which I always found useful when I was chair. So I'll send that to you to incorporate as you see fit.
Because the other part of that then is the role of the members. What's the role of the members versus the officers? So, you know, they need to attend meetings, they need to review materials, they need to speak in your respectful and, you know, way, and et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's helpful, so that, and this will be so helpful for new commission members who come on.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
To understand what their responsibilities are, because I think I just got yet another copy of the handbook, but there should be an expectation about meeting attendance, for example.
Yes, I think there is.
Yes. Yeah, those are all good points.
So
since you're bringing them up, I can definitely add them into this. And anything else you can think of, shoot them my way, and we can
I
use
think
this as a working document, and we can talk about it in our Friday work sessions if we put it on the agenda.
Yeah.
I'll clarify my term, because I'm not expired. I was reappointed.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I did this
Oh, I got it.
few
Okay,
months from now.
okay, but I have to,
I did this after the June meeting.
oh.
I didn't waste any time.
This is great, though.
Yeah,
It's
super.
just something, one of those little things that makes a difference.
Yeah.
That's great.
I'd be
Great.
interested if other committees have a way of how they recruit new people. I mean, we encourage people, this time, we didn't have to go and send an article to the paper. We have done that in the past. Kind of word of mouth through the paper, but to
Mhm.
encourage people to, if you know someone who would be a good candidate, encourage them, of course, to fill out a green card, because that is a requirement.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Any additions?
Does the
Any?
town, on our town website, do they have a regular listing of openings on all town committees
Not,
we could refer to?
I've never.
I
I have
noticed.
somewhere, I've
I-
seen a list of vacancies,
but I don't know that it's routinely published.
right?
Yeah, you'd have to go looking for it.
Maybe that could be a service that the Concord Bridge would be willing to take on. Maybe not weekly, but monthly. I don't know. It's just an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Kari Tari know. Well, the thing of it is, that what if people get appointed by the select board, the town manager, and the town moderator. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
so there's 3 different entities. I don't, yeah.
And should we also, like our select board liaison, talk about our expectations of them?
I don't. I
We
think
could
Is that
identify
something-
the
that's
role,
dicey.
the hope
Liaison,
of-
Well,
Every-
I know, but I mean,
I think it's important to maybe know what they think they're supposed to do.
I don't know. What
I've rarely seen a select board representative at any of
I
the,
think I've seen
Committees I've been
one since I've been a member here. That's it.
So what I have done and what Alan did, and we did it together, we met with our different ones over the years. Partly to try tell them what we're working on, but also to hope that they might want to listen in from time to time.
yeah. But they have multiple assignments too.
Yeah, I mean, they each have what, 15 committees to, it's kind of,
Maybe not 15, but lots.
well, a dozen easily.
Really? You think? Wow.
Well, yeah, I
Many
think so.
committees. Does every committee have a liaison? I don't know.
I think
Pretty much,
some
pretty
do,
much.
some do.
Hmm.
And so who is ours? Is it still Cameron?
Yeah.
I think so.
I have
Yeah.
a question. Are there term limits?
Traditionally, it's 2 terms,
2 3-year terms?
2 3-year terms. That has been
Yeah.
the tradition
For
in,
our commission, you mean?
for all of them, pretty much all of them. But
Then we
if you
should
don't-
include that. We should document that.
but that is tradition. I don't believe that's not a law. It's just a tradition.
It-
And many people are serving longer.
Yeah. If you, like in my case, I got extended another year because we were still working on the preservation plan. So I will finish up next May.
Right, there's
We need new
APP
members.
10, the administrative policy number 10, and that's the one that describes term limits and right, how the
Yeah.
boards operate. So that's kind of a key document. Mhm.
Yeah,
We
so
need to
so
do something.
that should be referenced and or summarized probably in this. So it's all consistent.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and I was talking to Doug a bit, right, start with Mass General Law and what commissions are required to do. Also look at the certified local government best practices. We're learning all this through the historic preservation planning. And
Right.
then go to, look at the guiding documents for the other certified local governments.
Mhm.
Lexington, I'm guessing Belmont has Oh, no, it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Right.
Oh, what kind of guiding documents? You mean certified local government?
Just like administrative procedures.
Oh, yeah.
There are
Yes,
many
we
models
did
out there
do
that we can look at.
some.
Yeah.
Whether or not we did it for actually the commission, I don't remember, but I can ask the chair if you want.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Great.
So Anne, where is the administrative code? Where is that in the town? Is that in the town
Right.
website?
Oh, so I asked about that too, because that is one of the recommendations of the historic preservation plan. And so there's a difference. I guess administrative codes were created for non-statutory boards and committees, but the historical commissions
Gotcha.
is a statutory
Yeah.
committee, and it's called
Commission.
is it. So it's guided by Mass General Law.
So
So-
is the administrative code a state thing? I'm just wondering, where do I go look for it?
It's
I think it-
right, Mass General Law,
Okay.
whatever it is, section 40 something or other.
I have a copy of that. If
We
anybody.
reference it, yeah, we reference it in the historic preservation plan, but then
Yeah.
you can create your own administrative procedures, and that's really, what you could be working on. And there are many models out there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the HDC is similar, right? It's a statutory commission and it's guided by the Historic Districts Act, but then it has, rules and regulations, administrative procedures, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a project. It's a big project, actually.
Oh, we got
Well,
a
it's
short-
interesting the difference between commissions and committees. So commissions have that, I think, state legislative authority.
Mm.
Right? I think that's what I always thought.
I think so.
So Brookline has, rules and regulations kind of thing and that talks about commission organization, how appointments are made, tenure, what you do when you resign. I can send that. So that's they've got a very active gang there. It's very long. Woohoo! Yikes. Oh my
Big-
God. 15 pages.
Big
Jeez.
town.
We don't
Wow.
want 15 pages. No.
Yeah.
Who
TLDR,
asked for it, Doug?
too long, didn't read.
Simplify. Somebody
Yeah.
said that earlier.
But there might be some ideas in there that
Yeah.
can
for
be
sure.
Yeah.
done in 3 words as opposed to 6
Yeah, okay.
paragraphs.
Right,
Right.
right. Okay. All right. All right, are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what, do we have something else? Were we going to talk about the,
Historic preservation plan.
oh, no, before we move on, I wanted to talk about we started to talk about this and then I don't think we finished the conversation about prospective new members. There were some, Melissa, you knew of someone who was interested, and because I think that's one of the things in your procedural things and that's definitely in the guidelines, that we should be more anticipatory of vacancies and term
Yeah.
limits coming up, so that we're not where we are now, extending people's terms.
Well, but
We're
except,
already short people, so we need more people.
well, again, I was extended not because we were short of people. I was extended because I wanted to
I understand.
on that.
No,
But
I understand that.
yeah.
But Nancy's term, and again, Nancy, you're a valuable member, so I'm not saying that you should, but you shouldn't be on the commission. But I think that really the health of the commission should, since we're rewriting our procedures, that, even in the guidelines, it says that something about anticipating vacancies and I thought I had it targeted, but I can't find it. I can do that for the next
Yeah.
meeting, but that that we should anticipate vacancies so that when for the future, if we're writing rules that, so that we are ready for that, so that we're not in a position of not being able to, of having to extend when there aren't enough people. And we're already short people right now.
Yeah,
Right.
so right now, Michael is still a member, right? Doug and Michael Capizzi?
No, I think
Michael
his term
Capizzi.
expired.
So he's
No,
off.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
So,
is still a member.
Oh, he is?
Right, so his term expired, but the way it's written, members continue until their position is filled.
okay,
Oh.
We've
Oh.
discussed that
Oh,
with the city
that's-
clerk.
There's a good example of not having anticipated that.
I had no idea.
so right now, the full members are Doug, Nancy Frisella Lee, myself,
Yeah.
Michael, and Lauren.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
But
Nancy,
Michael Capizzi still is a full member?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a surprise to all of us.
I think it would be a surprise to him, maybe.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay,
city
so
clerk's
we are
decision.
now short. So Nancy Nelson, you're the only
Associate.
associate. So we have 4 spaces for associates and 1 full-time. So we could either vote you, Nancy, to Michael's position.
Maybe not.
If we did that,
I
then
have to
that
think
would-
about that. I don't.
if we did that, just as a talking point, if we did that, then Michael Capizzi, we would say his term, you could send him an official letter saying your term has expired. And
Yeah.
Nancy could be a temporary person until we.
Well, right now, even if she's not a full member, she can still vote. By the way it's
Right.
written, she can
Yeah,
vote.
I can fill a slot.
Yeah.
Right.
I have to remember that I can't vote always.
Yeah, but that still means, as you point out, Nancy Frisella Lee, we do need to identify some people. I mean, we had some and then we lost them.
Mhm.
So
It's
this is just,
is it 7 members?
5 and 5.
5, okay.
Which seems like a lot of associates, actually.
Yeah,
you're
well, we
you're
don't
saying
have-
that we lost someone. I'm completely in the dark about that. So can you fill
Well,
me?
Alan,
Yeah. We lost Heather, not Heather.
Oh, wait.
Um,
we
Beth.
lost
Beth stepped
That
down.
was
Beth
ages
was a
ago.
member.
That was
Beth,
ages
and then there was another, I'm losing my mind a little bit.
Man.
The
Dan
painter.
The
Frost.
painter, his name is now
Dan Frost.
Dan
Dan.
Frost. So he stepped down.
didn't last very long.
Yeah. So I think, you should, let's think and submit the names to Anne. I mean,
What happened to Mary Beth Kelly? I thought Mary Beth Kelly was.
Wow, I don't even know her.
Is she-
Yeah, so I would just like to talk to you, Anne, about that
Okay,
more.
okay.
Is that somebody who was suggested but wasn't voted?
Never voted, but suggested.
Gotcha.
We haven't voted on anybody. I mean, it
She
hasn't.
worked at the old manse. She worked for the trustees, and now she's working for the Ray Tavern.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we all thought that she would be.
I know who you mean. Yeah.
I think I might know who she is.
Yeah.
And who she is, yeah.
But we're short.
I agree. We're short. Do we think we need to put something? I mean, I'd be happy to get something going with the bridge in the short term, or we could incorporate it maybe when we do the whole community preservation plan, the historic preservation plan.
That's a great idea if we do a public presentation to make a pitch for
Yeah,
members. I love
Yeah.
that idea.
because
Yeah,
if you combine them, then you've got your audience and you got the people who
Yeah.
are most interested.
We could have
How
refreshments.
how would that be done? Can you,
well, we're still working on that. That's to be discussed, but how we would roll this out.
right, okay, I see. So that's for the future. But that's,
Might be this fall, though. It's not so far away.
Right away. I mean, the other thing that occurs to me, there's a list of I have the list of all the members of all the subcommittees for the Concord 250. You know, the understanding all those people were interested in history of this town. So, I can send
Yeah.
that to you, Anne, if I can find it, send it to you, and maybe we could people could peruse that list. It's a start.
Yeah,
Do
It's a good
people,
idea.
can we do all of that and write an article for the bridge, or are there people who
of
are
course we can.
not
Yeah,
in favor?
I mean-
I would be in favor of doing that. I spoke about that in another meeting, and for me, it's just, maybe you'll get no one, but there might be someone out there who is not on any of these other, who will reach
Yeah.
any other way, and you just need one person, and it
My
could
only
be
thing from the bridge is, you know, you're gonna
nothing
get
to
people.
lose.
Right now, if we do the people we know, then that's kind of a limited.
Yeah.
sort. And it might be a little bit of, you know, the people who think like us, and we might want to get a little bit more of a diversity of thought.
And there are, you know, there are a lot of new people that have moved into town.
Yeah,
I think.
What
And-
about mentioning it at one of the chair coffee mornings too, to spread the word? I mean, I've never been to one, but that, I don't know.
not a huge audience.
I don't,
Hmm.
and honestly, I don't know about you, Doug, but I don't think the chairs take anything back that they to their committees.
Oh, you're talking that, no, I think you're talking the historical,
The
you know,
forum?
this is-
No, well, no, I thought you were talking
The
about
chair's breakfast.
the chair's
chair's
breakfast,
breakfast,
where you
yeah,
all
yeah.
report
Yeah, I
on.
Oh,
mean,
you're
I've never
talking
been
the
to one,
chair's
so I don't
breakfast?
know what happens there.
Yeah,
I
no,
could-
that would be, that's purely just for informational for the other
Okay.
chairs. They're not gonna take anything and proactively do
Oh,
anything out of
okay.
that.
However,
They're
good,
probably looking for people to,
yeah, a lot of them are, but when I send out my notice for the next historical topics thing, which I gotta start working on, which is gonna be I think it's gonna be the third Wednesday on account of I will have just come back from jolly old England.
Mhm.
I could
That's
put that
traveling again.
in as just
Great place, yeah.
encourage people to be thinking if they're interested.
And or if they know someone to, to kind of,
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Right, and the CLG best practices talks about the qualifications that you're looking for too. And I know that Lexington definitely posts like, you know, these are the kinds of qualifications we'd like to have on.
I don't
historical
wanna
commissions.
disqualify myself.
You know so much about
no
Concord history.
chance, no chance.
I think that is a really, really important point, because in an ideal world, you have a broad range of different skill sets
Yeah,
represented on a committee. So you might want to have a architect, you know, you've got a landscape architect, a historian, you know, I mean, on the
Actor.
for district commission in Belmont, we had to have somebody with a real estate background. You know, you think of the kinds of issues. So I think looking at a broad cross section and maybe an education background, you know, that might be something to really put in, Doug, the document that you're working on. What are the
okay.
kinds of skill sets?
You know what, I
Looking
can
for.
draft something and maybe we can talk about it at one of our Friday work sessions.
Yeah.
Cause it's
Yeah, but
probably.
not
something-
everybody goes to the Friday work sessions.
But
So-
we could.
But they're
You know,
official
it's a-
meetings.
No, it's a
But-
different topic.
The
I
in
just-
crowd does, yeah, you come.
But.
I
you
do,
know,
but like tomorrow I can't come because I have a new baby, so I have an obligation tomorrow.
Yeah, no,
That's good.
that's fine, but I mean, because open meeting, we need to have the meeting, and if we don't, then we can only talk about it once a month.
Yeah, I guess what my point was is if you alert people to what we're talking about, you know, they would make an effort and make sure that
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
just my point. That's just my point.
Yeah.
I have no problem it being discussed on a Friday morning.
Okay. All right, awesome. Ready to move on to historic preservation plan? Which we could probably talk about for, well, I don't know how long, and is this a long topic today or just an update? I think there's a lot of things probably.
Just a quick update, since the work session will really be tomorrow.
Okay,
So just sort of the highlights, that the big highlight that was that the preliminary draft was released to the public for public comment so it's open right now for public comment from August 1st to August 22nd. You all had described it as like a soft launch, and then there would be a second round of public comment later on in the fall, once all the appendices and everything else is put together.
yeah,
I spoke to a graphic designer this week who's worked with the planning department on several other plans for Concord. So he's putting together a proposal. And we've already heard back from a couple of people, during this public comment period. So it's Bob Gross and Shirley Blanca.
Mhm.
So I was actually wondering, it's fascinating. I know we have to stay focused on meeting the September 8th deadline, and I don't want to get distracted. But also, like, how do you want to handle this? Maybe this is something we talk about tomorrow. Like, there are going to be public comments rolling in.
Yeah.
And do you want to hear about them as they come in, or we'll figure that out tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
It'd
I
be good
can't
to
be there
create-
tomorrow.
Oh, sorry.
I can't be there tomorrow, so I'd really
Oh,
love to
right.
know, especially those two, what their comments are. So I hope that
there's a
there's some
log or
way, maybe I
something
could just
that-
call you and ask you again if I missed the
If
meeting.
they're published somewhere, is that something that we would see?
I think it would be, can I just jump in on that? And do you think it would be possible to, on our kind of hidden website where you have all the documents, create another heading
Yeah.
that is all the public comments?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
way everybody could see them. Nancy, Nancy, if you couldn't come to a meeting, you have access to that
Yeah.
website. You could see the comments, and it would be,
Because you
That'd be
probably need to see
perfect.
them and then understand them and let them sink in.
yeah.
And if we all just get, you see them all at once, and it's not going to absorb.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Great. I think those are the highlights. That's all.
Okay. I didn't see it on the agenda, which means we probably can't do it, but meeting minutes. At our last one, we had the.
Oh.
Yeah,
the
I'm
June
the one
meeting.
who held that up.
Yeah,
So, and I did take a quick look a few minutes ago or before the meeting, and that's why there were two things that I noticed. And I really, honestly, I don't want to be difficult about this. One was that there wasn't a note about Melissa having named 3 people as recommended, or the names of people who showed interest or who you thought could be recommended as new members. And they were in those minutes, and I was at that meeting, and I don't remember, I think I have it here. I don't remember you saying that at all. So I'm just
I don't
wondering.
remember the minutes, and I'm sorry, I haven't.
Yeah, it said prospective new members, and you mentioned 3 people: Jennifer Hart, Mary Beth Kelly, and Betsy Russo. And then I thought,
Oh,
well,
we-
I don't remember that. Did you say that?
Well, yeah, I know I
Okay,
remember
'cause I
that
don't
because I,
remember it.
but I've sort of forgotten that
Oh, that's fine.
now, because Betsy Russo used to be on the HDC. Mary Beth Kelly, we just talked about, and Jennifer Hart.
I brought up Betsy Russo.
Pardon?
I'm the one who raised Betsy's name.
Yeah, because Betsy works for the same architectural firm that's working on the Wright Tavern, although she's not on the project.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, great. I think it'd be great to have an architect on the commission.
Well, at first I thought she was interested, and then I followed up and she didn't reply, so. I'm
Yeah,
taking
well,
it-
I don't know. She lives right there, so it's like I could hit her window.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, I will talk to her. I do see her frequently. So she may just have been busy, Doug. I don't, she's been redoing her condo and stuff.
Yeah,
You have good judgment.
Who, Doug or me?
You and Doug. I think you're on the spot here.
No, Betsy, I can't,
well, she was on the
HDC.
HDC, and I'm not sure how that experience went for her, so.
I think she resigned, but there was a conflict or something like that. It wasn't, I mean, it
Okay.
was legit.
A time conflict or a personal?
No, I think it was a project thing issue.
Oh, oh,
Okay,
But like, for example, this thing, she knows, I mean, she has nothing to do with the Right Tavern thing.
yeah. I personally have had nothing but positive experiences with her, but
good.
Yeah.
That sounds promising.
Oh, no, I like her.
Yeah.
okay.
So I'll talk to Betsy.
So Ann, can we discuss the minutes, or do we need to put it off to next month?
I'm never really sure. I guess you did say at the last meeting you would table it to next month, and it was my oversight.
And mine. So I'm thinking of, new things to put on. I think we should always have the prior meeting minutes. And we didn't publish them for July, did we?
Oh,
Well, I mean,
I sent out,
you have to take into consideration the fact that I do work with 3 different committees, and
Yeah.
I'm currently working on this historic preservation plan,
yeah,
so
yeah.
spending time on minutes.
Yeah.
There is a law about how frequently you need to or how much time that can pass before you.
Is there an issue if I send out draft like quickly just to everybody? There's no
Well,
deliberation, it's just a communication.
That's what we're here for. So if you could send it to staff and then we review them, and yeah.
Okay.
I will say that the lack of minutes from even the most august committees and boards are lacking.
Yeah.
So
And I mean,
it's
and I
an
bring it up,
across the
Nancy,
board
because
problem from the top down.
I've got pretty darn decent notes done within an hour.
Yeah, you had incredible notes.
And the issue was Ann slapped my wrist and said that administratively, we shouldn't be doing it that way. It should be going through staff.
Yes.
And I'm just questioning whether,
Oh, really?
and I'm questioning whether that is necessary, because it would be nice for everybody just to have
The draft.
something. We don't have to approve it, but this is,
It's
So
an
what's
open
the issue?
meeting. It's an open meeting law.
Yeah, you
issue.
have to really have to be careful with this, I think.
Well, isn't it a current meeting document?
I mean, if I publish something to you, Ann, and you can like immediately turn it around and show to people, I mean, it's a draft. If anybody wants to see what we actually said, the whole meeting is recorded.
But it has to be a draft that then is on the agenda for a public meeting.
Yeah, that would be.
Right. It needs to be discussed like at the meeting.
Yeah.
So it needs, right. And it needs to be in the state where you can actually vote on it.
Yeah,
You do-
so a draft, what's the matter with it being a current meeting document, draft minutes to be on the agenda for blah, blah, blah coming up?
That's what we
Well, it
do.
would be a month later. It would be like today's notes you wouldn't see until the next.
yeah, this is about the timing.
Well, what's,
Whereas I could get something out.
And it's so
Tonight.
nice to have it instantly, because then you remember what happened. But isn't that
Yeah.
if you put it, as has already been suggested, on our working documents,
current
that's not
meeting
enough?
docs? Right?
So I think, we all have a lot on our plates. And so if we could just follow the rules that, I've been told I need to follow, and that way we're all following the same rules. The planning division supports, 8 different committees.
Yeah,
And,
no,
they've been doing this for a long time, and this is how it's done, and it's in order to avoid open meeting law issues. And
I don't get the problem. That's what, I mean, I don't, so it goes
I'm
to
not
you,
saying
but
there's a
then it
problem.
doesn't get to us? But we're the ones that vote on it? I don't get it.
Can
I'm
I
sorry.
understand what the issue is? Doug, you are able to, like tonight, you do use AI to capture what we have said, and you can turn it around very quickly. What Ann, you're saying that he can do that, but he should send it to you, not to us, let you review it, and then you would either send it, or you put it on current meeting documents for the next month, right?
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
That's how it works, right?
Oh,
It's
that's
just a
fine.
month delay, which is better than what, I mean,
That's
it's still very quick. If in normal, there have been times where it's been months and months before we get minutes. So I don't see the problem. That seems reasonable.
I think that is the process, and that is what we should be following.
I mean, thank you, Doug, because you know how to do
Exactly,
this.
right.
And
Yeah,
so then
I
Ann's,
mean, personally, if I don't see those notes within 24 hours,
You forget.
It's gone.
most because you've got all the
Well,
details.
you're a lot younger than I am, so just think what it's like. Most of us-
Yeah, even worse. All the more reason I should be reading you them like right now.
So we're in violent agreement on this, I
so
guess.
can I just clarify one little point is that, Doug, then you can do it on your time frame and send it to Ann. And when Ann has time to get to it, that's up to her. But Ann's obligation is to send it to us before the meeting. And does that,
Post-
is
post it.
that,
Post it.
post it?
Post-
Is that within the 7-day rule?
It's like 30
No,
days.
no,
It's-
they're,
it's what's
um,
reasonable.
boards and committees, I think it's 3 months. We had a
Sorry.
staff
Okay,
meeting recently.
okay,
It's
okay,
3 months, something like
Okay,
that.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not the only one,
I just wanted to clarify it. I'm not questioning, I'm just clarifying.
Right, right.
Yeah.
doing it this way is actually more efficient than we've been able to do it, because
Yes.
man, you are
Yeah.
overwhelmed with all this stuff to
Yeah.
do. If Doug is willing to do it, I think
Right.
great. It's a win.
Yeah.
Exactly. Totally. Yeah.
I just want to get it in front of everyone as quickly as,
Is there memory?
well, I don't want to say quickly as humanly possible, human as
Efficient.
legitimately possible or as legally possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Ann, you don't edit them or anything. You just turn it around and post it, right?
No. So
So you're fooling around with the drafts?
I'm not fooling around with
No, but I
anything.
mean, you know what I mean. Are you editing his draft?
Formatting
Yeah.
Putting
it
it in the
and
new
getting,
format. It is going into the town's format, making sure that it's got all of the right,
The votes and right.
yeah, all that
very
stuff.
Right.
All the process pieces are
Right.
checked.
This goes into the permanent record for the town of Concord. So
Okay,
they're standard.
okay,
We try to
okay.
be,
Yeah,
and we have an administrative assistant that works with the historical commission too. So
yeah.
this is a part of her job
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
to
okay.
help format
Yeah.
and I mean,
Oh, okay, fine.
there are procedures in place, and that this is what we do. It's
Mhm.
government. What can I say?
Okay.
In there.
Right.
Okay, so for our next meeting, let's plan on reviewing June, July, and August meeting minutes.
Okay.
Is that fair, Ann? Because we didn't do July.
We'll see how far we get, because
Okay.
we have 3 months to get them out. We also have other enormous deadlines, and sometimes
Yes.
the big deadlines take priority.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So the
And
next
as
meeting,
you know, I've got 3 other
I
committees.
do.
I
I
would-
do.
Okay.
I don't mean to.
you might be a short-term chair.
You're too fast for us.
I'm trying to go for the low hanging
But
fruit.
Doug, you're filling both the clerk and the chair position.
the other
Hey.
thing.
We
the other
don't
thing-
need a secretary.
Can I say one thing? And that is that, I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, but, I mean, the purpose of the meeting minutes is to capture the gist of the debate. It's not a transcription.
Right.
And to record all votes or, any conditions.
Mhm.
So that's my, really feeling about meeting minutes. And I think that's the nice thing that AI does, is it really does a really good job of that summarizing.
You can do
So that
votes
we're
too.
not weighing through 15 pages of, you know, Lauren Meyer said, well,
Yeah.
I can't
And I,
remember.
and I
What did
like the
you
action
say?
items.
I'm looking
I
at Nancy.
particularly like the
Yeah.
action items where, you know, Melissa was gonna do this and Nancy was gonna do that.
Right.
And that I want to be able to review. So for the next meeting, you've done your homework and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
It's easy to forget that stuff.
I mean, if we had a clerk and the clerk was, you know, doing this job, wouldn't it, correct me if I'm wrong, Anne, but it would be possible for the clerk and the chair to collaborate on the minutes to make sure that, to just confer, to make sure that everything had been captured accurately. And then it could go to Anne for, you know, a final review, formatting, and posting for the next meeting.
Right, and so that's, you know, Kim Johnson, she's also stretched between many committees and has a whole slew of minutes, but that's really her role, is to do the sort of clerical work.
Mhm.
And then I just kind of review her work to make sure that you can read the sentences and that sort of thing. Yeah.
I think Lauren's point was different though, because the clerk would be a member of the commission, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
but
see.
That's
I
right.
think so. Hypothetically, Nancy Frisella Lee could be the clerk, let's just say. And if I generated the content and floated it to her and said, here's the first pass, and she went through and made sure all the motions and who seconded and what the vote was and all that to get it into that format that Kim would normally be doing.
Mhm.
So Kim's job would be, or your job would be, just really rubber stamp. No reformatting, no, you know, very little thought. It's
Right,
not like, I mean,
I
before
think
they
that's what
have to
happens
listen to
with,
the whole meeting and take and make notes.
yeah, so I think that's what happens with a lot of like non-statutory commission
Okay.
or committees, whichever the word is,
Yeah.
Nancy, where, you know, it's sort of an informal committee and they make decisions and they do their own minutes. But when it comes to, you know,
Commissions?
well, when it comes to, yeah,
Statute.
like a commission with statutory responsibilities,
Good
it's
clarifying
important
point.
to have, you know, the professional staff review it as well.
Huh, I don't
Okay,
remember.
but if you had all the discussion items and all the motions and all that was done, what are they reviewing? Are they going to listen to the meeting again just to make sure that those are all correct?
I've never talked this much about minutes before in my life.
It's incredible. I
We
can't
do.
believe you're
You know, just like with
And
double
Ann, I mean,
reviews to make sure,
and I
it's-
know you do a fantastic job, and I know Kim does a fantastic job, but we want to make your lives easy. We
Easier.
don't want, we're not trying to put you, you know, under the bus. We're trying to make sure that, you know, you aren't the roadblock.
no, and we're just trying to make sure that, you know, that it's like legal, right? That,
Yeah,
right, that the motions are
yeah,
properly expressed and, you know,
Yeah.
it's preferably
Yeah.
preserved, not like where, just to make sure that the language is correct. Because it's the
Maybe
permanent record for the town of Concord
Yeah.
and the commission.
maybe I can, maybe what I'm hearing two different sides, and what I'm thinking is that for us to see the draft from my point of view, I don't want to wait 3 months because I can't remember 3 months. So I don't mind if you take 3 months and, you know, can't get it to the official meeting, but it would be nice to be able for me to review them, you know, in a timely manner after Doug
Yeah.
writes them, and not, how can we do that so that we're not, not crossing over open meeting law? Maybe Lauren can see what I'm talking about, and you're shaking your head.
I just think, you know, they're just open meeting laws, particularly now with email. there's a whole, you know, you can't debate, you can't do a, like, for example, if Nancy and Doug wanted to have a conversation about the minutes, but then Doug said, oh, I need to check with Melissa to make sure she said that.
Yeah,
Can't
That
do
is
that.
not okay.
Can't
And,
do that.
and we just can't do
No,
that.
But
And
nobody's
that's not
suggesting
what-
that.
yeah,
Nobody's
I
suggesting
have,
that.
I have a transcript. I mean,
it's just us having the information individually to read, and we're not going to discuss it with anyone.
Yeah, we know better than to discuss it among ourselves, except at the meeting.
I'm going to stay out of it. Yeah.
I'm confused about that, but
I just
Yeah.
don't see the problem with what I said earlier, is that Doug generates this, he sends it to Anne, Anne puts it into
Posts
whatever she wants to do with, and then she
Posts.
puts it onto current meeting documents for the next meeting. That's very efficient. That's more efficient than the way we have been able to do it because of Doug's ability to do it in AI, get it to Anne so quickly. So Anne has a document to work off of instead of having to generate it herself. Doesn't that make it a lot easier for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think
Right,
so.
right.
So it seems to me that's a great solution. That's so much better.
So the question is, does it then turn around quickly in the planning office?
Well,
Or-
obviously it turns around
or-
fast enough to get it into the current meeting documents for the next meeting.
But that takes review in
By Anne, yeah,
by
and
Kim or Anne and
whoever,
it's
but
backed
I'm
up
not,
so that
I'm
it
not-
doesn't get there for months, a month or two.
that's a
or
month.
You
That's a-
got 3 months to get it up there, right?
But we're suggesting that if we do it this way, it'll be a month. So we'll be much more current.
Is that right, Anne? It's faster from your perspective too?
Yes, right.
Good,
Absolutely. Right.
declare
It
victory
will
and
make it
move
so
on.
much easier.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, done.
Mhm.
Got a plan.
Right. Perfect.
We're in violent agreement.
I'm still not
Okay, was there
100%
anything else?
satisfied, but I'm willing to concede to the larger
Well, I
group.
think, Doug, I
I liked your minutes a lot.
what
But then
Lauren
again,
is
I've
saying,
got, you know, I've got the minutes, but you folks don't. I mean, I've got all of those things, but you don't have that benefit, so.
I
oh,
think
wait a minute. I have my
I think-
brain and I have my notes.
exactly.
His
And
minutes
I
were
think
great, though.
it's the process. It's just, we just have to kind of accept it.
Yeah, okay, all right.
And individuals should take their own notes.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that's,
that's a good way to then
But we do.
check
Mhm.
those against the minutes when they come out.
yeah.
We do.
Yeah, okay. All right, we've reached the bottom of the agenda and the limits of our attention spans.
Well
Yeah.
said.
And this uniform needs to come off.
Yeah, you
Oh,
must
you
be
must be
cooking.
so hot.
Nice rosy cheeks. Everybody-
English.
do we, Irish,
There you
Irish.
go.
Oh, I'm English.
Irish.
both actually. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Third.
Do we need to say aye?
Aye.
Aye. Good
Aye.
night.